I'm doing it for my daughter.
I saw a video on how canola oil's made.
They make it in Mobile, Alabama.
What is it? Out of tires?
It's just we probably should watch it though.
Oh yeah, canola oil is cancer.
No, but what
cancer.
is it though? Isn't it like hilariously
It's
bad?
rapeseed oil or something?
The machines that they press it through, these disgusting industrial machines.
Eat the plastic.
5 minutes.
You won't have one cookie? No, I don't want to cook it.
Why?
Because it's seed oils.
What's that gonna do?
Don't you apologize to these people? Don't you grovel?
No, I'm gonna. Please come back. Oh God, please take me back. I didn't mean it. No. What I meant was I don't want people to get black-pilled about home buying. That's what I was really trying to get at. Because I saw Tucker Carlson saying, like, I just want people to be able to buy houses in New York City. And it was kind of like I was getting a little jerked off. And what I saw was like it's basically if you tell your fat friend that everything's coated in seed oils and there's no way out of it, then they're never going to put the fork down. And I don't want that to happen to you. That's all. Are we paying, is inflation through the roof? Yes. Are we paying for wars we shouldn't be in? Of course. Are things too much money and do we have a worthless dollar at the hands of politicians who would watch us burn in a barrel fire and bankers that again would do the same? They'd all, our corpses? Yes. I don't want to seem like I have a blind spot to that. But I'm not concerned with it because I don't want to get overly concerned with politics. I don't feel or care for standing and fighting against oligarchs or corporate dynasty or any of that shit. I just don't want anybody to think that they're never going to be able to buy a house. That's all. It's just like that's never going to happen or it's not in the cards because it is. It is.
Here, let me have it then. Don't be so selfish. Maybe, boys, would you like them that cookie?
No, I'm okay.
I'm
just breakfast burrito before we can.
Would you?
I'll take them off your hands though.
Would you like some that cookie?
No.
I'll go have some cookies, ma'am.
How many can you put in your mouth at once?
Nosy.
How big of a mess can you make with those cookies?
I'm gonna eat your face!
You make a big
I'm gonna eat
cookie
your
mess.
face now!
You make a big cookie
I'm gonna
mess.
eat your, can I lick your glasses?
No. You're that.
Wait, let me have some cookies.
Eat the cookies. Come on. Eat the plastic.
5 minutes.
You won't have one cookie?
No, I don't want to cook it.
Why?
Because it's seed oils.
What's that gonna do?
It like inflames your shit. It's bad
Not
for
that
you.
seed oil.
You don't want that.
There's
Anybody?
soft.
No,
I wouldn't eat that if I were you.
Soft batch is good.
It's got seed oils.
Oh, I was wrong. There's not a soft batch. There's not a
It's
soft
bad
batch.
for you.
Yeah.
Why do you care how I feel?
Because I want you to be healthy. I don't
Do
want
you
you
care about me?
Of course.
Can I get a hug at least?
If you actually want one, you're not fucking with me.
I love a hug.
I'm waiting to hug you for fucking 3 hours.
Guys, you can say no seed oil. Seed oil's bad.
I'm trying to help you with the seed oils.
I know, but I'm gonna get a hug from the seed oil hug.
The seed oil hug.
The seed oil.
Come on, man.
By the way, where's lasagna lips?
I think he's getting a bag of Fritos.
He's fucking off.
I told you.
I talked to him. I already saw it.
He's in the hospital.
Well,
So
let's see. Can we do a question at least? God. Now, tell me about your childhood. Ow, my breast.
walking around.
Why do you gotta slap my knee?
Because you're taking serious stuff and you're making it funny. It's silly.
But you don't have to slap my teeth.
Let's talk about the second wave.
I feel like the world that you and I came up in.
This is what, 2016?
Yeah, right
That shit
around
felt like
that
the
time.
Wild West.
Yeah, when you did 2070 and you did
Yeah, man.
$1 Million Extreme and all that.
Yeah.
And I was starting my show. It's like we were the rebels.
Yeah.
You know, back then it's like the left was hegemonic. It felt like they had complete spectrum dominance, and it was always increasing. Every year it was like more women, more diverse, more
Silly Billy.
And like, now people see a Disney movie with like Disney princess and they go, what the fuck? Like more of this, really? Oh, what's next? Like refugee, wheelchair Barbie, stuff like that. But back then, people were like, yes, and that's a good thing, they would say that. So there was like this very specific aesthetic that it had back then, and like just this feeling of dread that it's like everybody was competing with each other to be more woke, more progressive.
Do you know what Humans of Flat Earth is? Like Google drawings where it's sort of shapeless, blobular humans with purple skin, that type of stuff. Google still does it. There was no end in sight back then, and it really felt like it was truly cyberpunk and dystopian and extreme peace. I mean, it hit much harder back then because it was on a network and we were like sneaking stuff onto TV. And now it's like they're dropping N-bombs on Kill Tony and stuff like that.
It's disorienting because we came of age in this time where you could get attention and, trigger everybody. You just say something edgy, like edgelording and kind of being like the first mover on some of these ideas like race realism and the thing. And so you could kind of just hit the funny button, if you wanted a reaction, you just say like, women are fucking stupid, commit crime. And like you fast forward to today and people see that on like Joe Rogan, people see that kind of stuff on like TV, like Shane Gillis is on Netflix doing those jokes. I'm not throwing shade or whatever, but what are effectively like 2015 edgy Twitter jokes on Netflix. It's a weird, disorienting feeling that world that we grew up in, it did end. Liberal hegemony did stop in a certain sense.
I think that means that we were successful. It's a good thing. It's like there's light at the end of the tunnel now. The thing that gives me anxiety now is the whole structure, the whole like thread that holds together the structure of global power. It is threatened in a way that it wasn't in the Cold War or at any point in our lives. The fact that there's video of every world leader fucking kids is like kind of scary just because you don't know what's going to happen.
There's also something subtle that we need to be skeptical about, which is,
for example,
they say that when there's white men in the recruiting ads, that means we're going to war.
Yeah.
And I think there's a hidden truth in there. When they want to get everybody back on board with the system, you get like Mark Zuckerberg getting a haircut and waving the flag and saying, hey guys, I'm like a libertarian now. And people are so quick to uncritically say, oh, all right, Zuckerberg's red pilled now. He went to the gym and now he couldn't avoid being based, You're already kind of seeing it with like the podcast bro, tech bro. Obviously, you did the Elon Musk thing. Last year, everybody uncritically accepted, oh, Silicon Valley's red-pilled now. Like Joe Rogan's red-pilled now. And a year later, obviously, that's not the case. That was a big part of why I spoke out against Trump. It's like, do they need something from us? And this is an op to kind of reestablish legitimacy. Because one thing no one's talking about now that Trump won the election is voter fraud. In 2020, they definitely stole the election. Trump wins, and now everyone thinks the elections are legit. And we're all just going to forget that they stole the election and they did a forced vaccine, which would have been like a punchline, 15 years ago. So people should really be skeptical and not take the win. Because I think they lean into the left and then lean into the right. And they kind of do this balancing act.
The onus is on us to keep the gas pedal down and just keep pursuing the truth.
I think a big part of what their game is to convince us to despair.
Yeah.
Because it's like, Ye reposted that video from ants where the grasshoppers say, if all the ants stand up, then we're dead. And it's like, that psychology is so critical where, and a big part of even the anti-Semitism stuff is in the old days, someone would say anything about people and they would isolate that person and just do like an orbital strike on their entire existence. And it would put everybody back in line because everybody say, whoa, we don't want that to happen to us. And now, it's like, what if we all rushed Area 51? It's like Dan Bilzerian. What if we all said, fuck the on Twitter at the same time? Then they couldn't ban us, And I'm a big believer in like one day they might not show up to the battlefield, and then we win. You know, one day they might collapse. One day the guy that's going to ban you on Twitter like dies in a car crash on his way to the office. You know, nothing is written. I'm a big believer, and we have to be sober, but also optimistic in a sense, hopeful about the future.
I have heard that if 3% of the tax-paying, I guess, group of taxpayers stop paying their taxes, the IRS would collapse in on itself. We all pay our taxes, though. We would never, you know.
What do you want out of life?
I'm really just interested in the truth. What has kind of been the driving force behind my life is this inquiry, basically, into the things that matter. And I think that when you look at the things that matter, you wind up in politics, you wind up in religion, you wind up in philosophy. And then you also run into, you know, there's this relationship between the ultimate truth and the state is usually what happens. That's what happened to Jesus. And I think that's what happens in any political system. I don't think I'm a super complicated person in that regard. I don't think I'm motivated by base desires. You know, a lot of people, they push me on like, why don't you get married? Why don't you have a girlfriend? It's trendy now to say that's like super traditional and that's what we ought to do. I just think that's like a normative thing to do. And I don't think it's in some way any less base than just casual sex. Because in one sense, you know, casual sex is pursuing pleasure. Pursuing a family is also something that's material in a way too. So I've never been driven by things like that.
So you're kind of just interested in this one thing. Monomania is a prerequisite for success.
Interesting, yeah.
I saw a video on how canola oil's made.
They make it in Mobile, Alabama.
What is it?
Fucked.
Made out of tires?
It's just fucked. We probably should watch it though.
Oh yeah, canola oil is cancer.
No, but what
cancer.
is it though? Isn't it like
It's
hilariously bad?
rapeseed oil or something.
The machines that they press it through, these disgusting industrial machines.
Canola oil is a commonly used type of cooking
It
oil.
is not
it's derived
good.
from the seed
Really?
of the canola plant,
That is not what
which
you
North
want.
American farmers have been growing for about 30
You
years.
do not want to be
The
smelling
plant
and
blooms
drinking
in
on
summer,
that.
producing
No,
bright
sir.
yellow flowers.
Don't you do that,
Farmer
Chris.
oils.
Don't
It
eat
also
the
contains
canola oil,
protein
Chris.
in a vine
I
meal,
can put
mostly
canola oil in a
plant
burger
pieces.
right now.
So the
That
first
looks
step
yummy.
is to clean the seed
What's it,
in a
rapeseed?
vibrating sieve.
They clean it with a
The
vibrator.
seeds, smaller than the openings
They
in
clean it with
the
a
siev's
Sibian.
mesh.
Yeah.
Is this the there's like a oh
That's
yeah
the
this
jiggler.
this is
Now that's how you make the cake.
That's cake.
this
That's
actually
what we
made me
call cake.
watching this made me actually consciously want to not have this ever again.
Chris turned into a yoga
screw
woman.
press.
This
It
is
has a
what we
large
call
revolving
cake.
screw-shaped shaft enclosed
Now
within
those
a
are the
slotted cage.
sluice.
As the shaft turns,
Sluice.
Now
its
those, that
threads
right there,
squeeze
the
the
sluice
flakes
that's
with
running down the grill.
When manufacturers call something a slurry,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Pressure.
always it. You know you're in for a good mix with a slurry.
Yeah, yeah. Just shut up.
forcing every
That's what
oil,
they should call
which
it.
then
Just
drains
shut
out
up.
through the slots.
Look away.
42%
Now
of
that
canola
the
seed
cake
is oil.
coming out
This
when they
screw
press the
press
cake out
extracts nearly
and
3/4
bring all
of
the
that.
sluice too.
That's a
The
black guy
remainder
talking with a
is
hard
still
hat on in a
trapped in the
factory.
They got all.
Now,
You put the magic
as
wand in there. We
canola
put the
cake.
magic wand in
the
there.
cake exits the other end of
That's
the press
good shit.
and moves on to a
Put that
second
with some
extraction.
butter and some gravy.
I call that shit.
This one,
Now that's
a
the
70-minute
shit.
wash with a
And that's
solvent.
the piss.
This chemical extraction
And that right there,
process
the
removes
piss,
all but a
Chris.
trace of oil.
That's good oil.
Now the Missoula company's been in business since 1945.
Since the end of World War II.
Right on the end.
and then
We used to make it out of
Brazilian.
That's what they told us. What else are they gonna do with all 92 million of them?